Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today we are going to be doing Gems of War Guild Wars Week 11, Day 2. It is a green day, and to get back from the absolutely horrible lose streak we have doing the worst score we've done to date, we finally have a green day, so hopefully we will not fail with our wall of Krystenax, ideally. I don't believe, have we lost with this yet? If I recall correctly, we have yet to lose with this. We've lost a troop or two due to double death mark kills and stuff like that before, and we weren't able to completely revive. But I do not recall us actually incurring a loss yet. So let's hope this is safe enough for us to get through today. Just double check one last time. Yes, it is indeed a green day. So yeah, we'll go with this. If nothing else, we could always throw in a Kraken on one of the battles and hope for the Devour. And see what we can do. Okay. Gotta do better than that on what? Compared to what I did yesterday? I think I could do literally anything and it will do better than yesterday. Because yesterday we ended up doing at like 3 a.m. in the morning. So wasn't the most aware when we were doing those battles, that is for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Hello Bridget, hello Raffle, hello Henny, hello Aaron, hello Strawn. Welcome all. Welcome, welcome. Okay, no greens, no blues. I do want to take reds off the board though, because he is still using an all-orc team as if it was last week, which I don't mind. We were able to beat this team last week, and with this team, we will be able to beat it when they don't have 50%, or should be able to in theory, if we were able to beat it earlier. No greens, no blues again. Never mind, there's one blue. Almost didn't see that. Well, I'll just go for it then. I want to try getting a purple though very soon so we can recrystallize the one. No point in going out of our way for it though. Not going to be worth it. But we'll just poke it so we can do one more cast will be into the kill. We'll just get some purple, get that crystallizing now. Get some free yellow, which we don't even get to use at all, because that has no relevance to our team. And I guess, ideally we take red right here. Well, ideally we take a mana we actually need. But if we could take red, it would be one of the things I would take right now to make sure he couldn't do anything. But he'll get that, and there's not much I can really do about that. But next turn, we do get to cast pretty much everything we have. So it should be pretty safe from there. Now we get to take some red, so it doesn't get to do anything with it. And now we have 3 different choices as far as what we can do to the board. So just start throwing these down, and we should be good to go from this point. He'll get a little bit of mana. He does look like he gets a summon. Not really too worried about a summon like that, though. It is relatively weak, so should be able to deal with it quite easily. It does have Death Mark, but he doesn't even have it traded, surprisingly. Wow, thank you for that. Having that kind of team without even having a traded Bone Daemon is definitely going to make this very easy. And down it goes. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. Wait, did I already say that one? No. I always forget who I do or do not say. But yeah, if any of you guys have any questions, anything you want me to go over, just let me know, and we'll go over it. Next big thing happening in Gems of War, of course, is this Friday. We are getting a new Mythic, which should be a lot of fun. Another True Damage Mythic. It would appear to be coming for Misted Scales. We currently don't know what the true part of it looks like, though, but we'll find out on Friday. But yeah, it should be something true damage oriented. Should be pretty good since it is true damage oriented. Pretty much every true damaging troop in the entire game is good. There's basically not a single one that is not good. Let's just leave it at that. All of them are at least have some form of consistency in one way or another, simply because they just can negate through an entire stat within the game. So true damage always tends to be towards the stronger side, of course. Oops, I just moved chat over. There we go. What do we need to do here? I guess blue? Do we even have the ability to blue? We can if we take out into the yellow. We don't have any extra turn off of that, so it does look like we are going to have to go for it. Get a little bit of blue. Would have gotten full mana there anyways, but at least we got a little bit going into... Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have. That gave him Famine, which is quite devastating since we don't have any follow-up to that. Can try giving a Skull Distract, but even that would barely even do anything, and there goes all of our mana. Well, starting from square one again, we'll go and recrystallize the one that lost it. He gained almost all of his mana right back. His Famine is at half. And we are definitely not in the best of situations, especially since you could just drain it. And now we just have to start from scratch again with our mana. How much I hate Scion Famine. So much. So much. This is the team we kind of lost to. Not this specific team, but the premise of this team is what we lost to like crazy the other day. Was the Famine Scion combo. I believe we can be safe if we take the green into his skull there, because he doesn't get anything out of it. Though now he does, and we need to get his skull distract somehow. Be able to win this. We can by taking red. That'll work out perfectly. So we throw this down. He will then Scion us. Oh, he took it for free though, but he does get a second skull distract. There's another skull there. Not much we can really do out of it though. What do we even go for? I guess we go for brown because of the drop that we'll get on it. Then he'll take a skull. And now we have nothing to do. He's just going to drain us. Unless we can skull distract again. But we'd have to do that 2 turns in a row. So it is not viable to do so. We'll just take a color that we do not need. Of course, he doesn't throw famine. Why on earth would you not throw famine there? I guess... what do we do here? I guess I'll go for green into red. And he didn't go for it. What? What? Okay, I'm fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. What on earth did the AI just do? You still got enough for 100 more chests. You got urgent for a Grim, or was that Ellie? You're trying to save your gems for VIP keys for Friday, so you can get what was the consensus on how we pronounce that? Uriel, 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 Uriali, Uriali, Urial, Uriel, I have no clue how to say that. E-U-R-Y-A-L-I. Urali. You're out! I don't know. But whatever that name is, I will definitely find new ways to mispronounce it by Friday. I will ensure it. Anyways, you all are high levels. Hope you get level 1 day as well. Not quite sure what you just said there. But yeah, most people that do come to the streams these days are high levels. Because obviously the more you play, the higher you'll end up being. Some new players still stop by from here and there, though. Which is kind of nice. And the streams would end up helping them the most out of anyone as well. Let's see. Well, we don't really have much we can do here. I don't want to give him blue either. But I gotta stop his burn. Actually, that's the only move on the entire board. Well, other than the purple, but there's no point going for purple yet. So, of course, yes, he'll go for the blue. That was coming from a mile away. We need 2 turns until we get full mana. I do not believe we can survive without giving him a skull for that long. That does not seem like it's going to happen. I guess we take the brown down. Not that one, because that gives him a skull, of course. We'll do that, and we're safe for now. Barely. And we'll just throw this down on red or something. Let him Scion, go from there. I do not have enough damage to hit through that. As far as our mana right now, we're better off just going for a purple to get to crystallize, because going for any amount of mana is just going to get drained regardless of how much we get. And now we just have to wait 4 turns? No, 5. We have to wait 5 turns until we are able to cast, unless we can get some mana leaking, in which case we can go a little bit quicker, but that's not going to help us much, how much quicker we're going to get up. So we'll just let him take whatever. Try to make sure we can stop famine if we can. The only problem is if I try denying one color, it'll just make him be able to take another color. And that other color will likely just be Scion, so that wouldn't really help much now, would it? We'll go take that, and it is a cast for us. He does indeed get a famine off the cascade, though, which ruins everything. We'll throw down on red with 0 magic. That is a ridiculously low amount of damage, but it is indeed damage, so I am going to throw it down. Also, not doing that would make him drain all of our mana, and now he only gets partial. A little bit of that mana. Ideally, we need a skull distract here, which I believe a blue will do, even though that's a color we need. That will distract him, and we get an extra turn. So we can just... There's actually nothing we can do with that extra turn. I guess recrystallize. The skull I deliberately want to not take, so that we get at least 1 more Krystenax cast in before he drains them all. Just also make it so he does less damage to us from his ability. And then we'll just throw down the Krystenax and hope things go well from there. Not quite. But he'll throw down a famine. Our front troop will die. I can't really do much about that at this point, unless we can somehow get all of its mana up before a skull hits it, which is ridiculously unlikely. But we'll try making it happen. We'll see. So he does that. That gives us a skull. We can also take red, though we do not use it, but I will still do so to clear out the board a bit more. If we could take a green or blue, that'd be great. None are available, so we'll just take one off the top. He gets skull, and well, there goes that. And that will be a drain as well, which we cannot stop. Can't take any more mana to it. Purple would be useless. Might as well not even take it. And yeah, that will just drain us out. Nothing we can do to it. Is the new Mythic any good? Yes. Good ability, bad traits. It's basically just like a, it's very similar to a Crimson Bat in its current state. Crimson Bat and Draculus. It deals magic +1 true damage to all enemies boosted by Nagas and undead ally. One thing to note is that the Bone Naga is both a undead and a Naga. It also then summons a Bone Naga, and the boost ratio is on a 2x boost ratio. So if you had her plus 3 Bone Nagas on your team, which actually does work with color synergy, surprisingly. If you were to have 3 Bone Nagas and her on a team, the new Mythic on Friday, that would end up being, at minimum, not even counting all the extra true damage it would have off its ability, would end up being 1 plus the rest of that. So that would be 4, 14, 15. That would be 15 true damage to all enemies, and that's not even counting magic. That's assuming it has 0 magic. But, of course, it's going to have way higher than 0 magic. So, yeah. That is some really, really devastating true damage. It probably will never be used with all Nagas, though. Or all Bone Nagas, I should say. Mainly because you would have no mana generation. But I could definitely see her being used just within the context of, like, Draculus teams and stuff like that. Draculus Crimson Bat. It also has only 1 mana color conflict with a Valkyrie on its yellow, that is. So it's usable with a Valkyrie as well. So you could use like a Valkyrie into a Mercy or Valkyrie into an Alchemist. Actually, probably more towards a Valkyrie into an Alchemist or something. But just feed it up, and then you'd be able to get right into the aerial, whatever it's called. The only really bad thing about it is its legendary trait or its unique trait. All it does is poison all enemies every single time you do it. And there's really no point in having this. You also can't really synergize it with Web Spinner that well, even though you do get the poison right away. The problem with it is that's like all she does. And they both have the same exact color, so you're just going to be blocking each other. So it wouldn't really work out, even if you were to try to use it for that purpose. Okay, so right now we need to kill the Scion, which is nice that we can get a poke right there. And now we need to not die to a billion famines. That would be great. Nothing I can even do right now, so we'll just let him poke us, and hopefully we can get our mana up. And he has double Scion, of course. I mean, double famine. Wait, he's using triple famine behind that. That's amazing. Well, that's a bit overkill. But no point in going famine right now. Might as well just take red or anything that will not give us mana. We'll do that. And green into red, sure. Need to get a little bit more mana at this point. Probably take the green surge into the hopes of a blue, or we could take the blue in hopes of a green, which didn't work out, but oh well. Either way, we had to hope on the other one to actually occur. I think we're fine as long as we can deny out his mana at this point. So we definitely need to aim at something he uses. I'm leaning towards brown. Could do it on green, but we use that too. Though green is an extra turn, so I think I will go for that. If nothing else, we could kill him out with Skull Power. Because he only will have a 1 very weak famine. And if we can delay him enough turns, or just let that happen, that works too. Never mind. Well, that was a close battle as far as their HPs. But there we go. Got through it. I definitely hate Scion Famine with a passion now. I don't think there's any team I hate more. Between yesterday, today, and just in general, Scion Famine is definitely my new worst enemy in the entire game. It kind of already was, but it's even more so now. Anyone knows what the new kingdom will come out? It will be out on August 18th. Did someone just say August 18th? Yeah, I believe that is correct. There's a spreadsheet for it as well. You want me to go get it out? Yeah, August 18th is the new kingdom, and August 21st is the new kingdoms event. Here's the spreadsheet on all of it. July 14th? Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah. What am I saying? July 14th is the new kingdom, but August 18th is the new kingdom after the new kingdom. It is true that August 18th is a new kingdom, but it's not the next new kingdom. It's the 2 new kingdoms for now. The next new kingdom is July 14th, which is right around the corner. This Friday is a new Mythic, and the next Friday is the new kingdom. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, there is still a new kingdom on August 18th. It's just not the next new kingdom. Okay. Where else do we need to go? Purple, not even gonna bother. As I say that, it's like, oh, I'll take the purple. I'm saying the exact opposite of what I'm actually doing. But I guess we just delay and not give him skulls for 1 more turn. Then we get a Krystenax off. Then we worry about stuff from there. Can't give him a Scion. We'll just have to take the brown or something. I'll take this one. Oh, I actually got a skull out of that. That could have been really risky if it went the other way around. Can we drop this? Yes, we can off of brown. No, we can't off of brown. Yes, we can. No, we can't. That brown right there is ruining it. That brown right there. Okay, so we'll have to take the skull then. And do we remove yellow? Or do we take the extra turn and remove something else? I think we're going to remove the yellow without taking the extra turn for the higher boost ratio. He's Scioned us. I'm tempted just to take that skull at this point. Really tempted. He doesn't get free reds out of it and a shield. Oh, I got to watch out for barriers. Maybe I shouldn't give him that. Need to try giving him as few extra turns as possible. The only problem is if I take mana, I kind of can't not take that skull. I either have to take the skull or drop it so he can't. We'll do that. Oh, come on. He still gets it. Really? Well, I guess we just have to keep taking blues and stuff until he doesn't get anything. Okay, he got full mana. And he got famine. And he got Nyx. And he got... Come on, no. Well, yeah, I guess we just pass our turn. Well, actually, no, we can take mana. He did the famine first. So us taking mana isn't too bad. He is just going to drain it any second now, but... Yep, there he goes. Oh, wait, he didn't go for it. Nice. Okay, he didn't go for the drain. We'll go on yellow then, because we'll get purple out of it for the recrystallize, and we'll just go from there. We'll get that. He'll drain us. We have one dead. We need a summon for him. Actually, I think we just lost. I think the drain just got us down enough that we will not win. It depends if he gets another skull or not. I need this to die. There doesn't appear to be any blues or anything around. Taking a purple won't help us much, but it will make sure it can't do as much. So there goes on a drain. It didn't actually drain anything of importance, so that's fine. As long as it doesn't get a skull right here, we actually probably win. Don't. He was thinking about it. He was definitely thinking about it right there. But we throw down on brown and should be okay. That's not going to be enough damage yet. But it will set us up pretty much for a win soon after. It depends if he gets another drain all the way up, which is likely. Especially since we have a 3-turn delay now, because he drained our first troop. I think we just try banking on an extra turn. I really need to kill this thing already, but there's no skulls available in the next foreseeable future, so we'll go for a green right there. We're just hoping for a purple as well. I could try it again if we really want to get lucky on a purple. I think I might just be better off taking blues here, though, just to make sure it doesn't get as many on the board. And, of course, gem spawning is absolutely horrible right now, so it will end up missing. That's the only good thing about gem spawning being horrible, is that the AI does it horribly as well. Okay, we have 2 of these up. The only problem is that's not really going to help much. Well, I guess we go on a purple there. That'll recrystallize us if it even gets to live that long, which it dies immediately. So that didn't really help much. We do get the resummon. I will cast the cheaper one first. Probably on a red for the higher damage, then we'll move on to some other color. But as soon as we get that famine down, we should pretty much win. He's aiming like nothing. We'll get the extra turn off the brown. We get a blue off it too. I wasn't even expecting that one. I was only looking at the purple end of it. We could try for a green extra turn off the top. I think it's just safer taking the guaranteed green. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go from here. Hello, now known. Welcome. You just got Corvash. Is it worth it to buy the glory rewards chest to get the trade stones and fully trade them? Yes. Fully traded Emperor Corvash is definitely worth it. It will cost you quite a bit of glory to buy it one by one. Actually, it will cost you, assuming you have 0, it will cost you exactly 300 times 16. Assuming you have none, it would cost you exactly 4,800 glory, but it would be worth the 4,800 glory. You definitely want to get a fully traded Emperor Corvash. That's one of the key components in Guild Wars these days, as far as what you end up using on it. You can use it on basically every brown and blue day that you ever do within Guild Wars, and it will help you out quite a decent amount. Other than that, it's just used with a lot of different true damage teams. It's also used just to disable anything that ever gets excessively good traits at any given time. So yes, I definitely would advise fully trading your Corvash. No, New Kingdom is not being released this Friday. New Mythic is this Friday. New Kingdom is the Friday after this Friday. So July 14th is the New Kingdom. Hello, Piff Forever. Welcome. And we're on our final battle. And if anyone still has any questions or anything, let me know. Also, something I forgot to show at the beginning of the stream, but we're actually in 10th place right now. I wasn't the only person from my guild who did horrible against Anonymous yesterday. Also, Holog has 0 battles in so far. Hopefully he's still around. I'll need to go double check. He was going to leave a while back. He's probably still around. He's done some battles. So that will make us go back up. But as of this current moment, we're in 10th place. So it wasn't just me doing bad yesterday. We should easily be able to get back to 6. I sure hope so. What happened to us constantly getting 3rd? But we'll work on that later. Anyways, oh no, I was about to say, yes, it's not Scion Famine. Then I saw the famine down there. No! Every single battle, pretty much. Scion Famine, Scion Famine, Scion Famine. It's everywhere. And there's no counter to it. Unless you entangle Scion, but that's only temporarily. And then you don't have anything for Famine. I think Cockatrice is currently the best counter, but of course you can only use that on brown and yellow days. So you're a little bit limited. Well, let's try this again against another Scion Famine. And see if it does any better this time around. How many runics do each card rarity use? I do not know that number off the top of my head. I believe commons are 4. I can't guess any further than that, though. I completely forget the amount of runics that every single card uses. If you check ashtender.com, or actually let me get you the website. If you go check that website, it will show it for every single... Oh, you know what? There actually is a visual that does it. There was something that someone posted on the forum that has a really good organization for it. Let me go see if I can find it real quick. I don't believe he runs it anymore, though, because it's not possible to keep updating it. But due to how they changed the file. But let me go see if I can find that real quick, because it's a pretty nice tool. And other people will also like it, most likely. I believe this is it. If not this one, it's something that he has posted. So let me double check everything this guy has posted, because I know he has posted at some point. Okay, let me go to activity. Actually, let me go under topics. Tradestone cost and pictures. Found it. Here we go. This link right here. Actually, this image right here. Actually, let me just put the image. Actually, I'll do both. Oh no, I can't link directly to the image. Oh yeah, I can. If I open this in a new tab. This image right here. Here we go. I found the most organized thing you could ever have. That. Open that. That link right there should bring you to the most organized list of what the Tradestone cost is for everything. So there. That's everything you would ever need to know about Tradestone costs in this game. Well, maybe not everything. It wouldn't tell you how to use it, but it tells you the cost of them, which I think is the main thing that you're asking for. So that should help you. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Purple? Or do we try for a brown-green into a cascade? I think it's safer just taking a green. I really just want to get purple, though. Yeah, I'm going to go purple. Oh, no. I really want to take purple, because that's 8 mana per turn. I got to take it as soon as possible. Yeah, there goes our mana anyways. We would have lost it regardless, so good thing I didn't go for the mana. Now we just have to be careful and build up our mana before he Scions, which he already has up. So that's not good. Gonna Scion. He's gonna drain our mana that we still have left. He hits us pretty hard. There goes all of our mana. Back down to 0. Oh gosh. Need that Scion dead. Then we can start at least having a chance. Oh, come on. It's like we keep starting at no mana constantly. Over and over and over again. I should just be using Kraken on this kind of team. Even though the spawning of it's a little bit worse. I think Kraken Loop would still be better against this than trying to use what I'm trying to use now. Because it keeps draining all of my mana before I can even get the chance to do anything. It takes too many turns for me to get mana. It's kind of like with using explosion teams and stuff. It takes too many turns to get going against like Famine and stuff. Come on! Every single time. Every single time. Scion into a Famine. Okay, well, we have to take green to the left. Or we could just take the blue. That works too. Okay, if he Skull hits us one more time, we lose for sure. We still can win from this current stance that we're in now. We just need to build up the mana for it. So in 3 turns, we'll be good. Let's see what we can do. Come on, don't take a Skull. If he takes a Skull, we instant lose. We'll just have to take this green to the left and hope something bad doesn't happen. We lost. Well then. Well, that's not good. Well, this is turning out to be quite an awful week. Every lose so far has been against Scion, though. I haven't lost a single time this week not to Scion Famine. All 3 of them are to Scion Famine. I just need to find something better for Scion Famine. I think that's what it comes down to at this point. Is find an alternative for Scion Famine. They have too high of a stats to really work with how I currently try to battle them. Yeah, 3-2 into 4-1. At least we're improving. We're improving. That means tomorrow will be 5-0. Then somehow we'll gain 6-0. And then we'll keep going from there. Sounds like a plan. But yeah, basically in 2 days, I've only gotten 1 day's worth of points. That is pretty low. Oh, that's bad. But we'll worry about that more later. Did they make skulls spawn more often? I have heard many people mentioning that. I haven't really seen much of that occurring, but it could be happening. You never know. That could be why Gorgolfa is still so strong. Do you have Guard's avatar, Marcus? What was that being asked? Need Gorgolfa, need a good brown team without him, and do have a fully traded Corvash. Oh, if you're going to go a brown team with a fully traded Corvash on brown day, what is a brown generator you would use for that? Well, you definitely use this week, you would end up using a corrupt sorceress because she has 50% stats. So you would definitely use her as your summoner. You would then need a brown red to be able to use all that mana. The cheapest alternative would probably be Lava Elemental. The most expensive, depending on what you're trying to do, would be Guard's Avatar. And as far as your... what the other color troop? You'd need some kind of support troop to give you browns. I don't believe there is a single support troop other than Rockworm that feeds brown into your browns. Well, other than Honor as well, but that doesn't really work. Well, I guess you could try going Honor with it. If you happen to have the Guard's Avatar route, you could go Honor first slot, and then Corvash second, then the Guard's Avatar, then your Corrupt Sorceress, and try making it work that way. Okay, we'll throw down a Dragon Soul. Yeah, if anyone else has any other questions, feel free to leave them in chat, and we'll go over all of them. Let's see. Honor does not work right now on PC. Yeah, Honor and all of them do miss quite a bit, but it's still worth it for the boost. Honor still has the largest armor boost of any troop, and all the other armor boosts are pretty much the same in their capabilities of missing. If you're going to go armor boost, you kind of still stick with Honor. It hasn't really changed much, even after they nerfed gem spawning, because it's just one of the only really good viable options. Okay, what do we do here? I guess we just clear the board. I don't think we can get a Krystenax in there, and I'm not going to bother trying. And we'll just throw in browns. Their extra turn, Dragon Soul, and we're good to go. Heronif is good. Yeah, Heronif with green spam is still nice, because you can end up filling up a Rowain and Setite together very easily. Actually, it is still a really nice team. I don't believe it has anything that really gets in the way that much either in the current setup. Of course, we're up against a ridiculously annoying team. Let me go throw in a Heronif into a... what was the team again? Dragon Soul, if I could spell right. The D, there we go. The Dragon Soul, move, there we go. Dragon Soul, Rowain. This team still works out really well. And the great thing about it too is it doesn't have any gem spawn in it. Heronif, 0 gem spawn. Dragon Soul, 0. Rowain, 0. Setite, 0. And it still has mana generation and everything. Yeah, there's a couple of banners we could go. I think I'm going to go in all in Dragon Soul, just for the sake of hoping that the battle goes quicker. As long as we're not up against first slot... oh, never mind. Well, we'll still try it against first slot Scion. That is the absolute last thing you would want to try using your full banner towards, but we'll go see what we can do against it real quick. We can win against this, you can win against just about anything in the game. This team and teams like this is pretty much the strongest team in the game as of this current moment, at least for defending, not for invading, but for defending purposes. That's pretty much the strongest team. So it is quite annoying. I'm not even going to bother taking the skull there. I'm just going to take the red, and we get a free skull out of it anyways. That works out. We'll throw down a purple. Hopefully he does not get a random skull, of course. Why? I think he just hates us. I think Scion just hates us. Pretty sure Scion just hates us with a passion. Quite sure. Quite certain on that. Okay. Well, we'll have to try this again against not Scion. Oh, good. It lived. Well, at least we got some good luck. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a comeback. I don't have any purples I can take, though. So it's not going to help much. So we'll do that. So we can take purple next turn, which doesn't help it as much because he just Scioned. And we're not going to be able to get up all the mana. Not being able to get Dragon Soul is really disabling us quite a bit. But he's dead now, at least the Scion. So that's one less thing to have to worry about. But we'll just move around a little bit. Try getting another purple. Oh, free reds, that works too. We don't need to worry about him getting a skull anymore, so we can just bait it out. Throw the Heronif for armor. And now we throw the Dragon Soul. And then we pretty much win from here because we'll likely be able to get loopage off the greens that fall for extra turns. And then we can kind of just do whatever. I guess right here we'll throw a Rowan just to try to kill it. And we do. And just throw Dragon Soul into another one, and we're good to go. We can even throw a Setite or anything like that. Let me try this again against not Scion, so you can see a little bit how it actually works. Doing it against the Scion is not a good representation of almost any team. Oh, come on. Please, people, stop using Scion. Please, people, stop using Scion. I know it's 25% Scion week. That doesn't mean everyone use Scion. No clue if you're seeing this team, but around bracket 15 to 25, most people's defend teams are Famine, Shegra. Why would you use Famine first slot? Famine, Shegra, Keeper of Souls, and Scion. I don't know if it's just you. That seems like a really weird team. For one, Keeper of Souls you should never use on your defend team. And the other weird thing about it is I've never seen a single team that has ever used Famine first slot. He's just not really that kind of troop that you put in first slot. Nothing about him makes him good in first slot. That seems a bit odd. But if everyone's running that down there, I don't know why. But they might be. Never know. Sometimes there's weird metas around certain areas of the game. Okay. Well, this is... I basically am forced to have to Dragon Soul, because if I don't, he's going to get an extra turn. Well, all I did was move the board into another area where he will get an extra turn. So let's go move that out. And there we go. Now he will not get an extra turn. So we'll go armor up. Oh, it still kills it. Well, I guess it's not too big a deal. We can go throw Setite into it, and then we can throw Rowan. Ideally, this would be team wipe. Sometimes you have to double Rowan or double Setite. But, yeah, it looks like we are going to have to double Rowan for sure this time around. We were not able to get enough buffs off of the Heronif. So yeah, it didn't actually work out that well again. But this is why I don't normally use this team. It is something that can work out pretty well once you really get the Dragon Soul cascades going. But if they never really hit, you don't really get much out of it. Similar to many exploders out there. I want to take brown, but it's risky to take brown because of how much mana I'll give him. I guess we just take Rowan mana, play it safe. We'll do that. Give him, or have him give us our yellow, and then we can get more greens onto the board. He does use green quite a lot though, and that will be enough to kill out one of our troops if he decides to go for it. Hopefully he will not do so, and we don't even get the extra mana there. Didn't get the surge, and yes, it does go for the kill. We don't have anything that we can really do to follow up with that, and it does look like this team is going to fall apart again. Round 2. But we'll go just move that around, and nice, we did get the combo, and that should be pretty close. Right? There we go, and that's match. Ideally, with a Dragon Soul, you'd be able to get that off a lot more smoother, but it keeps dying too quickly to really be able to show it. We'll try it one more time, and if it doesn't work then oh well. But it still has no... come on, please stop using Scion. Everyone. I shouldn't talk though, I'm using the same thing. Scion, Famine, Death Famine. Can't beat him, join him. Nimhain confirmed in Furnace? Wait, did Nimhain confirm in Furnace for this Friday? Oh, that's great. And Furnace is actually way better than the troop they were already going to add. Sweet. Nice. Did she just confirm it? Or Infernus on Friday? Good to know. Okay. So, Infernus is going to be insane with basically anything that ever boosts based on burning. Because it automatically burns the entire enemy team with a single extra turn. It's basically like Yarrow, except better. That is basically what it is. It's basically like if they combined Yarrow and Ketris into one single troop that was better in both ways. That is what that troop is, Infernus. It's actually based on all the legend data that we currently have as far as what they're likely going to be releasing them as. Infernus looks like the strongest mythic they'll be adding all year. which I guess you could consider a good thing or a bad thing. That means most upcoming mythics are going to be relatively bad compared to it. But it also means we're about to get one of the really good mythics right around the corner, like 2 days from now. So really almost like 1 day from now, since the reset is basically just around the corner. So yeah, this Friday at the normal reset time. Oh, come on. Why does everything keep dying so quickly? That's actually my fault, though. I'm using First Lot Dragon Soul against a 50% anointed one. What I should be doing is not showing this team, retreating, and using the team we were using earlier, which is Anointed One Convert team, which I believe we still have set up, right? Good. Is that one right? Yes, this was it. Anointed One, Hellcat, Sakima, and Shegra. My favorite team this week. Yeah, it's going to be really good with Elamagrim. Even though Elamagrim's gem spawn has been nerfed, that troop will make it a lot better. Because you still use it exactly how you use a Yarrow on the team, but the main difference is you are going to be able to do an insane amount of damage and instant burn all enemies with it, which will make a Elamagrim way more consistent, because you would be able to get 12 gem spawns pretty much instantaneously, which even with bad gem spawns, you're still going to land it most of the time. It's also only one color, so it won't overwrite each other. Because a lot of the problem right now in the game with gem spawning is multiple gem spawn colors does not like to... It is even worse than it's ever been. But single gem spawns aren't as bad after the nerf that they did to gem spawning. But yeah, this is the most insane team I'm aware of this week. I was just trying to show something else with the hero Nif that someone mentioned earlier as an armor buffer. But yeah, I think this is the strongest team this week right now for PvP. Not quite sure if there's anything quicker other than there's the traditional quick teams. The only bad thing about it is sometimes it doesn't get alignment and then it goes slow. Other than that, it's pretty much good. Well, we'll go take a skull, kill that out pretty much instantly. I love how quick that goes. The same annoyance that was annoying me when they did it to us is now what we use to completely destroy them in seconds. So the tables are turned and the board is horrific. Okay, Mercy. That doesn't really do much for either of us. We'll just take a red of some kind. I'll go just take a yellow. The struggles of no alignment. I might just throw it down for the sake of getting mana already. Yeah, this is horrible board. And this is what I was just mentioning with horrible alignment. Well, we're frozen on one of them. Luckily, it's not red, so we can still keep doing whatever we want to do on the board. And the thing that we want to do is take out blue right now so he doesn't have it. Get a convert onto red again. And now basically everything we do will instantly kill it. Brown to yellow for the extra turn. Throw this poke on that so we can kill it with whatever follow-up we do. And Hellcat we still have. We can throw a poke at it and hopefully get the kill. Nope, it hit the wrong target, but we did that. And then, oh, that was enough damage, but that is. And there we go. The best green troops you have are Forest Guardian, Queen Jezebel, Phoenixia, Giant Spider, Rowan. Is there any team you could make with these troops for Green Day? You'd probably focus on Queen Jezebel into something that can give her a lot of mana very quick. And just basically build the entire team around spamming Queen Jezebel. I think would be your best bet. Giant Spider Kraken would work, but based on that list, you don't have Kraken. Giant Spider Phoenixia would not work, mainly because Phoenixia does not create purple. Rowan, you could try making an armor buffing team, but once you lose your Rowan, you basically instantly lose. So yeah, I think your best bet is to just go with something Queen Jezebel related, and just build the entire team around basically spamming your Queen Jezebel. What team is your defend for Guild Wars? Oh, my defend for Guild Wars is Scion, Famine, Death Famine. It also appears to be pretty much everyone's defend for Guild Wars, which is why we switched to it. It's pretty much the strongest thing out there these days. Or at least one of the most annoying things. Maybe not the strongest, but it seems like the strongest. Definitely seems like it. What do we do here? I can do this, but we lose our turn. I can do the convert, but we lose our turn. I don't think there's any way we can save our turn right here. So we'll do this just to poke it out, if nothing else. That will definitely kill it. Guaranteed kill. We do have a convert. That's not really going to do much for us. We're still frozen, so I think we just take a buff. Then we take a skull next turn, and then we use Hellcat. Never mind, we use Hellcat now. We'll get rid of all the yellow here. Don't need that. Do we have any alignment? Nope, still no alignment. Move that over. Still no alignment. We'll probably throw Shegra. Move that over. Still no alignment. Let me throw Shegra already before I destroy all the reds off the board. And let's match. Yeah, no problem, Patrick. Hello, Dbarrel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Scion. Who would have known? Also, if you don't have double famine, you can go Ragnagord. I forgot about that. That actually used to be what I used to use. The main reason I stopped using it, it gets a really quick start. The biggest issue it normally has is sometimes the AI loves to spam Ragnagord too much, as well as any exploder. But that's the only problem that this team sometimes has. It'll just spam Ragnagord after Ragnagord after Ragnagord. And of course, that is not good. That will just end up helping the enemy, not yourself. Or not your AI team, I should say. Oh no, he just took all of the mana I was about to use. Oh, that's a Scion. That is a Scion. What do we even do here? I guess we'll just move that over. Let him take a skull. What do we do with the other skull? I guess we go and just take it. There isn't much else we can do. Taking any mana is basically pointless right now. And of course he gets a Ragnagord. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, basically anything below a Ragnagord, it will not like to use this ability. Like if this Scion dies, this Ragnagord will just keep casting over and over again until it doesn't get full mana. Okay, he's getting a billion extra turns right there, which will definitely give him Famine. Like right now, he will cast Scion, then he'll cast Ragnagord, then he'll cast Famine. That is most likely the order in which he's going to cast everything, which is just down the line. But that should be the priority of what he ends up doing this particular time. Could be. What do we do here? I guess we just buff. Don't have much else we can do because Road is down. We don't get an extra turn. I give him a huge board. Do whatever off of. So we'll just throw this for now. Nope, he did go for the famine first. Never mind. Okay. Maybe that is better to do then. It could be that the AI changed since they did the Unity version. Because that's how I would have known it before the Unity version. There's a possibility that they did tweak it. Who knows? But I do know that, you know, I might need to try that with Gorgoltha now too. I didn't think about that. Gorgoltha might not just infinitely spam as bad as it used to. Because they may have shadow buffed it during the Unity switchover. That is always a possibility. Because I haven't really bothered checking it since then. Okay, so we'll take a skull. That will get a kill. And we need to somehow figure out how to get up from here. We need to get a nice Hellcat off would really get us going. Doesn't appear to be any though, and we can't get this off, so I guess we throw a blank Shegra if we don't get alignment right now. Which does look like it's going to have to happen. There isn't any color that we can get away with doing anything on. So if this misses, we lose. Okay, it doesn't miss. And we win. There we go. Oh, that was good. It was at least a good comeback, I guess. What a good defend team not using Famine. You're in bracket 1, so it needs to be good. You would need Scion fully traded. Let's see. You'd have to build something around Scion fully traded in first slot. That's the only way you could go with anything without Famine. Though it would be a lot weaker without it. You'd have to go something like Scion, Def. Oh, you could always substitute Hero Glass, I guess. Or you could go the Cabarrus team instead if you don't want to do that. Cabarrus has been used a lot less, though, because it's a lot weaker now than what it previously was. I don't think you can get away with it without Famine for the most part in bracket 1. But we'll go put in the Ragnagord, and then we'll just basically have to go with the hero with something. Ragnagord for the mana generation, put that there, and then basically hero in the second slot using fully traded Death Knight class, using whatever color we're missing, which is yellow? Just yellow, I believe. Well, I guess you don't even technically need yellow, but if you're using a Ragnagord, you normally want to be able to cover yellow. What's the best yellow weapon that we could even do with that? That would work for Guild War purposes. None of that would work. None of that. That would be a really weird one to move. No, you'd never get the chance to use it. I don't know if there's even a yellow weapon you could use. Maybe Sun and Moon, but then you block on purple, which you definitely do not want to do. Is there really not a pure yellow weapon you could even use with this? I guess you could always throw down a really weird one of Sun Javelin, but that would be a really weird team. And basically just go Scion fully traded, Death Knight class fully traded, Ragnagord into a Def. You don't have anywhere near as much mana drain though, and you're basically banking completely on Def, so it probably won't win as much at all. You still do have the Death Knight class though, and as long as they're not using a Core Vash, you'd be fine in that regard. If they have a Cleanse, they would easily be able to beat you though. Also, if they have Skull Spam, they can just get kill through you, stun that, kill through, and then they get through as well. But yeah, there isn't really much other than Famine Def. Famine Def or still using the Cabarrus team are about the two only really big builds in late game, or different variants of Scion Famine. There isn't really much else these days that works too well. Are you doing PvP now? Yes, we're doing PvP. We already went through all the Guild War battles. We ended up going 4-1. We lost on our final battle to Scion Famine again. For the third time this week. Every single lose so far this week. Scion Famine. We have to guess what team we lost against every single day. It was Scion Famine. Okay. Well, we gotta convert. Still have the greens on the board too. Will allow us to do this. Throw it on Sylvain more so we don't get entangled, hopefully. That would not be good by any means. Throw that down for another buff so we kill everything one shot if we don't already. Throw a... yeah, it does match. There we go. You've been trying Scion, Emperor Corvash, Nyx. Oh yeah, that's another one that works if you need something cheaper. I forgot about that. Emperor Corvash, Valkyrie, Justice, and Queen Mab. While it's a lot weaker now, it still works. But yeah, you can see pretty much everyone these days is playing the game. It's different variants of Scion Famine combo with all of the best support troops for it. Just in different orders and different types. But basically every single team is exactly this in some variant or form. Mana drain is basically the only way to go since it currently has no counter. Let's see. Well, I shouldn't say that. Mana drain's only counter is another mana drain, which is technically no counter because its own counter is itself. Okay, well I can't do anything about that Scion. And probably shouldn't have taken that purple yet because it kind of wasted the mana that we got from it. Because now I can't use the purple pair to take up our oh, I just gave him, oh no I didn't, good. I can't take the purple pair to go get him all the way up, which was a little bit of a waste taking the purple the previous turn. He drains us there. Not really too concerned about that because we're going to rebuild our mana right now. We take away brown. That's the best we can really do at the moment. And it does not give us enough mana, unfortunately. Alignment, good, and that's matched then. Should be able to make it work from there. Take ourselves some purple, get the board set up. Take a skull. They don't have any alignment though. Don't have alignment on that either. We'll just have to throw blank Shegra. Unless we can get a Hellcat, that's pretty nice right now. Purple. Is it worth removing purple? I guess so. Get rid of purple. That still does not give us alignment. Wow. That's... oh no, it does. Never mind. We'll kill that out. Boom. Get the kill. Get a poke. Get Shegra. And follow it up with pretty much anything. Yeah, that's match. Oh, I didn't even need to really do anything from there. But there we go. Nice. Are you just doing PvP now? Yes, we're just going to be doing PvP now. Well, we can't do Guild Wars since we already did it. But yeah, we just did the Guild Wars. I don't know if there's anything else you want me to do. Feel free to let me know. But yeah, we already did the Guild Wars. We ended up going 4 out of 5. Lost in the final battle to Scion Famine variant of some kind. Too bad it doesn't show me the team I lost to. Well, we might be able to find Hink. Let me see if he's still in my thing. On my battle log. Hink. There he is, Hink. This is the battle we lost to. It was, oh no, that's not it. He has a different defend team on his normal PvP than he has on his Guild War PvP. Never mind. That was definitely not his team. We were not up against a single Crimson Bat all day. But yeah, he was using a Scion Famine combo. I forget specifically which, but it's in the video earlier. Some kind of the normal Scion Famine. Well, nothing to move there. We'll throw down a Hellcat into, I guess, yellow. That does decrease our chance of getting an extra turn, but it will give us a better chance of getting an extra turn on our anointed one. Only problem is now that I took that out, there is no extra turn for either of them. That's not too good. We'll go throw that down to give us Anointed one extra turn though. Get a nice convert. Chegra. Actually, do we even need Chegra yet? Yeah, we do. We need board clear. And we do have a follow-up, surprisingly. Go throw down Queen Isabel, so we don't need to deal about her. And it's pretty much match. Need 2 more skulls. And that's already matched. There we go. Any suggestions for a purple team? What do you have to use? What do you have to use? And we can suggest something. You normally want to build around Herdmaster. Is a pretty good thing to start building your purple around. You're also going to likely want to use Anointed one this week, due to Anointed one having a, or not Anointed one, sorry. The thing that summons Anointed one. The Dark Princess? Dark Sorceress? I think it's called Dark Sorceress. The one with 50% that summons Anointed one. That one. She's going to be pretty good this week on a purple day, and she'll be able to summon a 25% and a 50% bonus troop. Both of which are relatively strong, particularly Anointed one. So you would end up using those 2 and then basically just building 2 damage sources with that, depending on what you have available on the color of purple. Maybe something like a Kraken, which would also feed blues back into your Anointed one once it gets summoned. You could also use a Dragon Soul, maybe, for mana generation, if you want to go down that route. But yeah, Corrupt Sorceress and Herdmaster is basically all you need. Corrupt Sorceress in 3rd slot, Herdmaster in 2nd or 1st, depending on what you're using. And then just build 2 damage sources around that, depending on what you have. Oh, never mind, you're on Xbox. What's the event for Xbox this week? And I can tell you. Isn't it Miss the Scales, I think? Or something? Forget what the event currently is. Oh, good, no, he just removed our green. Now I can't get alignment on my green to red. Guess we'll throw a Hellcat. Maybe we'll still get in this little area. Nope. I can get a pair. That's not going to be enough, though. And I don't believe we have alignment on anything else. Oops, didn't see that there. Does that change anything? Not really. That changes nothing at all. Move that down. Let him take a Skull Distract. I'm trying to not to use Shagro if we can. But if we really have to, I will. And it does appear like we have to. And that's pretty much match. Actually, that is match. We can just do it off of there. And down he goes. Vinoxia is 50% this week on console. I guess you could run that. What day are you running it on? What day are you running that on? Purple day? What can you feed into that? You would need a Lady or an Aerial, I guess. You could end up using Vinoxia, Lady or an Aerial, and 2 other troops, I guess. Oh, actually, you could do the Queen Map variant of it. You just wouldn't be able to put Valkyrie in it, which might disable it a bit. But, no, it'd end up being Vinoxia, Lady or an Aerial, Queen Mab, and normally this team would run Valkyrie in that slot. But since you would have to use a purple, you'd probably put in a Dragon Soul or something. And then Dragon Soul. Or really any kind of purple that can help support this team. Doesn't almost even matter what it is. Hey, you could run with something like this. It would probably completely fail on PC though. Mainly due to the fact that gem spawning works quite a bit differently. We can go test it real quick. Plus we don't have 50% on Vinoxia this week, which would also make the team quite different because the Vinoxia would die too easily when doing it on PC without 50%. It also doesn't gain nearly as much attack, of course, if it doesn't gain that 50%. With 50%, it gains like 25 attack or something per cast, which is pretty nice. And that's not even counting all the arcane on it as well. Okay, we'll move the red over. Get that. Nothing else to do over there. I guess we'll move on our purple. We need to get some red if we can. Start getting that up. Oh, I guess we'll throw it on a Vinoxia. It most likely will miss, and it does look like we're about to lose, regardless of what we do, to the Draculus in this particular team. Actually, he already won. That didn't take long. But yeah, you could do something like that. That team that we were just up against, you wouldn't actually be up against, and Vinoxia would have 50%. But you could replace out Lady or Neurial or Queen Mab for something else. Lady or Neurial Vinoxia loop is really, really potent now. Assuming console doesn't have the nerf that PC has, because you can just keep looping them back and forth for basically infinite attack and HP, and it rarely ever misses. So just looping between the two of them and you're pretty much just good to go with that alone. And then you just use 2 supporting troops to make it work. That's actually one of the reasons why Queen Mab is used on this team. Just in case you miss, they'll be frozen, so you automatically regain the turn. So something along those lines, I guess, would work. Wouldn't work this week, though, but I could try doing it one more time. Maybe we won't be up against something as annoying, just to show the general premise. I'm pretty sure most of my extra turns will end up missing, though, due to the change on PC, due to how gem spawns work. Because something like this would never be used. It uses 2 gem spawns, both of which are basically obsolete in the current state of the game. We'll go throw down the skull. Also, we don't have 50%, which is going to make this a lot harder. Let's see, move that up. Because obviously you wouldn't use Vinoxia if you didn't have 50% on it. It's a pretty useless troop in its current state. Let's see, move that over. A skull, he'll take a skull on us and pretty much just kill us because we have no durability on it. Let's get Lady Arnerial going. Don't! I was just about to get Lady Arnerial going with it. Come on, we were just about to get a decent amount of mana right there. Wow, could we actually still win just off of Lady Arnerial? That'd actually been amazing if we could. Not gonna happen though. But yeah, you kind of see the general premise of the team, and then you'd have 100-something HP. Your Vinoxia would have like over 100 damage, and then you kind of just go from there. And then you just use Dragon Soul for board clear whenever the board isn't good. It's actually still okay. Oh, nope, maybe not. Yeah, we'll just clear it now. Just use Dragon Soul for board clear. And Queen Mab used mainly for her freezes, just to make sure when you do miss your turn inevitably. Oops, I forgot to take yellow. So if you do eventually lose your turn inevitably, that it won't actually backfire on you. And then you just throw Queen Mab in between the gaps. And you also use that so you can still one-shot with your Vinoxia. So you can lower them into a one-shot range if they aren't already there from your ridiculously high attack. Okay, we're getting close to dying there. Don't want that happening. Hey, barely. Hanging on very, very close. I didn't get enough mana there, but we can go swipe for it. Throw it down again. Come on, combo breaker. Don't ruin our turns. It's trying to very hard. Okay, I think we just board clear now. It is trying to ruin our turns very hard right now. Okay, we don't have enough of that. Throw that down. Queen Mab that. Come on, go. Go. Put that down. Get our mana. Take a skull. Somehow still not dead. But yeah, you can kind of see what the general premise of the team is. And then you just keep doing that until your Vinoxia killed them. Obviously, we lost our Vinoxia, so not going to work out as well. But your 50% Vinoxia should be able to survive to be able to start getting into a Vinoxia leader or an aerial loop. And then you just kill them all out with that. And that should be what ends up happening. Obviously, without the bonuses, can't quite do that. But it still kind of works, even without the Vinoxia. Obviously not as effectively by any means. And now we have basically no damage whatsoever on our team. And then the Corrupt Sorceress is just going to infinitely keep casting against us. So not much we can do at this point. Even though we have like 1.5 billion durability. If we kept doing this, technically we could have a chance of winning. Because we'd end up hitting the summoner down to the point that it would eventually die. Realistically, we would not stay around that long. What do we even do here? I guess we'll just take a yellow. Should probably just end this battle. It's basically just a stalemate at this point, in which you will eventually win. Because we don't have any counter. Due to the fact we lost Vinoxia already. And he'll just keep summoning and doing all a bunch of weird stuff. And yeah. Okay, well. That'd be funny if we could win this. Let me actually play it out real quick. It is possible. We'd basically have to win with Dragon Soul alone, though. And we'd have to kill through an entire Corpse Sorceress, as well as any summons that it gets before then. Which is going to be quite a few. Okay, I'm just going to ignore the skull, take purple. Really no point in taking anything that's not damaging with Dragon Soul. Or a free Queen Mab cast would also work, but we need the blues on the board to be able to do that. And we still don't have that. We'll take a skull, I guess, so that doesn't really help us much. Going to give him another path to be able to summon in soonish. Queen Mab still not able to cast, which is amazing. I guess we just finally throw it down on a board. There we go. Now we just have to deal with her. Problem is she has immune to Mana Shield. But she is the first one in line of being attacked. Alright, so we'll throw that down. Dragon Soul again. And hey, it actually did come through with a win. So see, you can win. Well, it actually This is probably a really bad example against this particular team as well, because we're up against 50% when we're not even utilizing 50%. Well, we'll go Queen Mabbit. It shouldn't die. Yeah, it survives barely. We can just Dragon Soul. And now we... Oh, come on, Demonic Pact, really? Out of everything you could have done, it still gets the Demonic Pact. As long as he doesn't damage us with anything, we're fine. Even if he does, I guess it's not the end. There we go. Purple, Dragon Soul. Go from there. And it still goes down. Queen Mab, dead. Wow, that was a lot harder than it needed to be. Hello, I mean, goodbye, Deborah. Have a good night. See you later. As far as tomorrow, I will be finally going swimming tomorrow. I haven't really done that this year that much. I don't know why. I haven't been out as much. I really do need to do that a bit more. But yeah, I was planning on going out in the morning. Going to be doing all that. As well as after that, we're going to be doing the Darkest Dungeon. It's been a game I've been wanting to play for a while. I've deliberately not played it yet so that I could play it for the first time on stream. Because some people did say to wait till play it for the first time on stream because it'll be funnier to see how badly I fail. So we'll see how hard it is. It is one of the harder roguelike games out there that was made, or so people say. Or it's more like frustratingly hard because of how many luck factors it has and everything like that. But we'll be doing that. See how that ends up going. Probably be doing that, quite a few streams of that in the future. Just going to be starting with the one. I don't know if it's going to become a Thursday thing or what, but I don't know. We'll start that tomorrow, just kind of mess around, see how it goes. See how interesting it is, see what it even really is. I've seen some gameplay of it, but I really don't know an excessive amount about it whatsoever. Pretty clueless as far as almost everything about it. So we'll kind of just see how that goes out. Oh, so it's not really roguelike, it's more roguelite because it's only permadeath on the units you get. The progression of the game still keeps progressing, if I'm not mistaken. Where do we go here? I guess we throw down on blues. Should be fine. And he just pokes us with a skull. We'll throw down Golgotha. And that's pretty much matched. Dragon Soul. Krystenax again. And nothing he can really do from there. Even if he roars, it's only going to delay it by one turn. The inevitable. Throw that down. Let him take a poke on pretty much nothing. Take on Browns. And a map out of nowhere. Doesn't really do much for us, though. But as long as he keeps getting distracted, I guess that's fine. Keep distracting him to the point that he can't do anything at all. And that's match. Right now, you're using Herdmaster, Ragnagor, Tesla, and Draculus for your red day. That's a pretty interesting red day. Maybe I should bring back the Tesla. Herdmaster first slot though for purple. Is purple actually tomorrow's day? Is that why everyone's asking about it? I always forget to double check what the color days are. I'm always so last minute. No, purple already happened. Maybe on console it's purple. Let's see. I should probably prepare something for brown day tomorrow so we don't completely fail again. Let me see. Brown. I might use my normal brown day that I just run, assuming I don't look at them at all. I guess this is fine, actually. Not the banner on it, though. We'd probably go a... Actually, never mind. That banner's fine. Because it has +2 blue in it. I think we could get away with this. We Corvash into a eventual Golgotha. Problem is we don't have a kill card. What is really our kill card here? I might go this with a Cockatrice instead of Golgotha. As weird as that might seem. I just really need mana drain and stuff to make this work. So we'll go Cockatrice. It gets full mana in 2 turns regardless of what happens. It has double skull damage on first slot if it can entangle them as well. It creates browns, which is really rare for a brown. Oh, whatever team I was mentioning earlier that needed a brown gem spawner, use Cockatrice. I forgot. That is one of the best brown gem spawners. But yeah, I think we're going to go with this tomorrow. Cockatrice, Corvash, Corrupt Sorceress, Elamagrim, attack reduction, mana drain, stun, and summon into a 50%. It's also a 50%. So I think this is what we're going to roll with for tomorrow. Let's actually test it for... Let me go see if I can find a Scion. It shouldn't be too hard. Let me just battle myself. That might be easier. Actually, let's repick like a couple more times. Oh, there we go. Scion, Queen Isabel, Test. That's not really a traditional team that people would use, though. I want to find a traditional defend team that would be found in Guild Wars. That's not it. The other one actually might have been it. That technically could be something you would find in Guild Wars. That one you wouldn't. Has too much Scion in it. You don't ever need more than one Scion in a team. Anything more is useless. Come on. Okay, I might just have to battle myself as an example. Why on earth is someone using all those Nismers? Oh, come on. It's not hard to find all those Scion or a correct Scion team that's perfectly meta. Nope, that's not it. There's a weird behemoth in there. Oh, that one might be it. Nope, just double Scion. No, stop using double Scion. It's not how you use it. Is no one using it around here? Nope, no one's using the meta. I just have to battle myself. Nope. Though I would expect that from casual battle that we wouldn't find what we actually... we probably wouldn't end up finding the best team in the game. Also, hello! Or thank you, Miska, or Mikasa, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Okay, I might just have to battle myself at this point. If we don't find it in like 5 more repicks. There we go. Finally, there we go. There's the meta. Scion, Ragnargord, Famine. Double. Let me go test my brown team against this real quick. Let's see. Where's my brown team? Pure brown. Oh, throw this. Cockroaches, Corvash, Prep Sorceress, Elmagrim. Yeah, the main problem of why I don't use Dragon Soul or Carnex on Purple Day or Red Day is because of Scion. If it wasn't for Scion, I would, but there's just no way to counter it out quick enough. So it's not worth doing. Unless you can kill the Scion within a couple turns, but it's normally not worth banking on the fact that you would kill it that quick, because it normally doesn't die that quick. Okay, so we'll go drain him here. That's the whole point of having a drain like that. Ideally, we'd get an extra turn off the gem spawn, but of course gem spawn's horrible right now. There's no point in going for the yellow there. We'll just have to go for that. One pretty nice thing about using cockroaches as well, if they're using Famine or Double Famine, is the stat reduction that he does basically does nothing to us. When he hits attack, it does. But magic reduction on us does nothing. Kind of nice. And on all offset turns, we just try getting Corvash up. And then we just keep throwing down Corvash. And anything that ever gets up that's out of the reach of Corvash, we throw down a Cockatrice. Also have to be careful with the thing, but we can entangle it if we really needed to. Though stunning it or entangling it basically does the same thing for the most part, both of which would deny out his trait, which is the main concern that we have when facing it. So doing either is pretty much fine. Of course, when it's not entangled and only stun, it still does skull damage. But that's like the only thing you really have to worry about with it. Alright, so now we just wait it out, take skulls when we can. At this point, skulls are almost pointless though. We're down to 10 attack. So maybe I'll stop taking skulls. Not much need to really take it. Please don't Okay, good. He did not cleanse at that time. We only have 7 attack left. Do we even bother with a skull? The only problem is we don't have the mana. Oh, yeah, we can. Never mind. We can take that. Oh, no, of course it cleansed right when it did it. And that's always a struggle. And one of the concerns that you normally have with using a stun or entangle instead of reducing his attack down to 0 or something is it can undo it at any time. And when it does, when you're not expecting it, will completely devastate your team. Like that. Like so. So you gotta watch out still. Alright, I'm gonna wait till Famine gets a bit more mana. No point in trying to throw at it now. We'll go for some blue, though that does give him purple for free. Still gonna go for it though. It's only a little purple. Oh, he got all of his mana and he killed it. Oh, that's not good. Is there even a follow-up to that other than taking a skull? I guess we just take a skull, let him Scion us. And this is exactly how Guild Wars is gonna go when I do this tomorrow. This is pretty much exactly how it will go. Now he Famine, so he can't do anything. Even with using Mass Mana Drain, I still can't get around Scion Famine. Figures. Let's see. I think the main issue is I keep not killing Scion quick enough, which is a slight issue due to it having 25% this week. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just him having 25%, because normally the strategy I go with is rush down the Scion as quickly as possible, then deal with the Famines, and then you can normally work from there. But of course, now that has 25%, you can't really rush down the Scion as easily, because it will end up living a lot longer than what it normally would. Also, how did it lose that much magic that quick? He's only in first slot for a couple turns, and he's already down to nothing. But we do have another Corvash. It's not enough to kill, though, because it got reduced to nothing so hard. I guess we'll just throw this down and hope for a extra turn off red when we go for the summon. I think we'll go for a Corvash. Sure, we'll go for Corvash. He takes red, though. Makes it harder for us to extra turn, since he removed that whole little area that would help us get an extra turn. So we'll swipe some reds, take a skull, now that we actually have attack reduction, or attack damage, I mean. I'll take some blue for the sake of stunning, since it doesn't really do much beyond that. And we almost got full mana, though we did not get it in time. So we'll throw this and hope for an extra turn. Nope. And there goes that. Okay. What's the current plan then? I guess we either take purple or green. Green if we can get a skull, purple if we want to play it safe. So we'll play it safe, take the purple. And we would have gotten a skull, actually. Actually, that might have been the wrong location. We got a skull. Not quite sure if that would have been the right skull. I do notice that Element Grim isn't really doing much in this particular team, though. Because we don't need Impervious to do anything. And attack reduction, we don't have enough extra turn capability. Unless the Cockatrice goes crazy to be able to do anything out of that. Okay, I think I let him take the skull. Actually, take him both the skulls. He only has one attack. You know, maybe Element Grim did come through with us. But he can't really do anything on those. So we do have Corvash just waiting to throw whenever. We'll get our summon back up. I don't know, maybe we'll keep the Corvash. Because if we can delay with a Cockatrice enough and get enough extra turns off the Cockatrice, we wouldn't really need to worry about anything he'll do from there. And then we have the Corvash for the drain, Cockatrice for the drain, and just kind of move on from there. Though if they use reds, they're going to get so much red from me using this team because of how many misses we're going to have. Wow, he got an extra turn off it. He doesn't get Famine yet, but he pretty much has it. Oh, come on, we didn't get the Surge. That was the most important Surge of the entire battle, and we don't even get it. Well, I guess we take brown and hope somehow a skull falls. Nope. Okay, and that's pretty much match. We lose. Little chance. Still a very, very bleak chance that we can get through this then. We'll go for a blue. Yep, this is pretty much how Guild Wars is going to be. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's see. Yep, Famine kills that. If nothing else, at least we still have Corrupt Sorceress, so it's not over until she dies completely. But that's basically our whole team is her and everything she summons, so we don't really have much of a team now. Red is... Do we even bother taking that red? Problem is he'll take brown right immediately after. We'll go for that red. Let him poke us. And we do get full mana. Throw that down. No anointed one, but we'll throw these little guys down. Got a magic buff. Keep throwing him down. He's the one up front. Take browns and purples whenever the extra turn, or really anything when it's extra turn. Move that over. Get another cast up. Come on, get something good on your stats. Attack. Guess that's useful if we could actually use it. He'll get skull distracted. We'll get another summon, and there we go. We got a full team at least. Nothing else. He'll drain us in a second. Okay, he did not go for a drain yet. If we could just get some skulls, we'd actually be good to go. I think we'll throw down the bigger one first, since the other one isn't really going to do much. Oh, good, and he ends up going for it anyways. So yeah, now all we have to do is really just get skulls down and we win. Well, somehow we won. Not quite sure if that's safe enough to use in Guild Wars, but technically we won. So yay. We throw that down. And nope, still nothing we can do off of that. I guess we throw the first guy down just so he doesn't die. And that's match. There we go. Well, we still won. Do I do song requests? I normally don't play any kind of audio while I do streams, just so the streams don't get copyrighted. I don't know. What did you want to hear? But yeah, I normally don't do any songs just because most of it's copyrighted. Let's see. You suppose you could put a Crimson Bat up front instead of using a Tesla? The only problem with Crimson Bat up front is it's normally pretty flimsy when it doesn't have any bonus. It has really high damage output, but it dies really easily as well. And you sometimes have to go out of your way to cast to really be able to do anything. Also, the other thing that might end up occurring with that is... what I was about to mention. Oh, if they have a Death Knight class, you definitely do not want to use Crimson Bat in first slot, because you'll just end up death marking yourself that much quicker, and you'll just end up losing vital troops on your team. Let's see. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions related to Gems of War? Otherwise, I think I will be heading out for the night. As far as things we'll be doing in the future, of course, we'll have the Darkest Dungeon tomorrow, probably around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't have an official date for it yet. I'm still not quite sure, but I'll probably have a post on it probably in the next hour or two as far as when that actual time will be. I just need to double check some things for tomorrow before I actually put a time in stone, but we're definitely doing that sometime tomorrow. And later on, we'll be doing our normal stream, and then Friday morning, we'll be doing the new Mythic, which is the Infernus guy, which is kind of nice. He should be pretty strong. He's basically Ketris combined with Yarrow. The traits of Yarrow combined with the might of Ketris. Do your defend teams get you your Paragon stats? Wait. Do my defend teams get your Paragon stats? No. Oh, so I'm not a Paragon right now. Actually, I think I'm almost the lowest rank in my guild right now due to how bad I was doing the previous week as well as this week. Probably going to be going down all the way to the bottom rank. I've been doing really bad this week, actually. Normally don't do that bad, but you only get your bonuses in Guild Wars, and the bonuses you get in Guild Wars are based on two things: the Sentinels that you have upgraded, as well as the ranking that you're currently at. So, for example, if you were in a Vanguard like we are right now, we're getting some extra bonus stats from everyone below us, which is all the soldiers. But if we were something like the Champion or, of course, Paragon, we'd be getting the stats or extra stats from everyone below us based on how many of the thing that they end up buying. I didn't mean to click on one. But you would get stats based on that, and you would end up getting way, 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 way more. But yeah, it doesn't apply in normal PvP at all. Regardless of what you place, these will always be unaffected by it. It only affects your invade and defend teams within the context of Guild Wars. Everything else does not really work. Yep, see ya, Makus. See everyone else. I'll see you all then tomorrow night then, if you're doing for Gems of War. We'll be doing Darkest Dungeon and kind of messing around with that tomorrow as well. And then we'll do the Friday Mythics in the morning, and then we'll be streaming it, of course, from Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every week. But anyways, I'll see you all then. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and yeah, I'll see you all later. If you guys still have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section of any of my videos, and I will try to answer them. There were some from July 4th that I didn't get around to. I'll probably go do that after the stream, because there were a couple people. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later, and have a good week. Goodbye.